Hi, my name is Mawish Bajwa, and I work as a National Program Manager with the Department of Justice. I'm completing my MBA in Management. For my crisis management case study, I picked Yahoo, specifically focusing on its 2013 data breach crisis involving more than 1 billion users affected by state-sponsored attackers. This slide focuses on Yahoo's missteps. The first misstep Yahoo leadership faced was in 2008, 5 years before the actual hack on its infrastructure functioning on the MD5 system took place. Carnegie Mellon University software engineers issued a public warning about the MD5 system's weaknesses. Yahoo leadership did not heed the warnings and continued using the business as usual. Yahoo did not have proper security measures or a team to track unusual activity taking place on its infrastructure, as the firm was unaware of the hack until approached by law enforcement in 2014. I thought Yahoo poorly handled the crisis. It waited 3 full years to disclose the data was compromised. Adding to the dilemma, this was not the first time a hack occurred. When it comes to the communication strategy, as I pointed out, Yahoo waited 3 years to disclose the hack to users. Communication is key to any crisis and helps avoid certain reputational damage. The PR and HR lead responsible for communication to internal and external stakeholders will act immediately and according to protocol. Internally, meeting with the employees is in person and explaining the extent of the damage is key. Explain what course of action the company is taking to mitigate the crisis and how the crisis will directly affect the staff. Externally, written public statement via social media or TV and press release explaining the extent of damage will take place. Use of both social media and traditional methods is key. Lastly, keep the stakeholders informed about facts from the data breach. This slide talks about the organizational learning strategy. Yahoo has to focus on its security and infrastructure to make it stronger. Next, it needs to build a stronger public relations team. The CEO should play a key role prior to, during, and toward the end of the crisis. Furthermore, a crisis management plan should address key elements of the do's and don'ts when a particular crisis strikes. The involvement of stakeholders is critical to the success of the firm. Also, timing is very important when a crisis hits. Waiting too long to inform stakeholders can have dire consequences. Use various communication methods to reach the internal and external shareholders. From an ethical approach, as a leader, take ownership, advocate transparency and legitimacy, have decision-making, and keep the stakeholders abreast. This includes sharing both the company's strengths and weaknesses. The bottom-up approach is key. Evidently, an intellectually motivating work atmosphere is the beginning of a successful company. This next slide, this screen shows the crisis tiers and the CMT's response cycle. The primary leaders of the CMT are the lead incident response coordinator, who is in charge of the CMT, and the technical liaison officer, who is the lead for the media spokesperson, or serves as the media spokesperson. Other essential members include safety officer, responsible for developing the safety plan, the community liaison, serving as the POC for the outside agencies, chief legal officer, responsible for handling legal matters, executive vice president and chief human resource officer, responsible for HR matters, and field office team consisting of general staff and of multiple departments. At the onset of a crisis, the lead incident response coordinator will implement to assess the situation and establish if the CMT needs to deploy. Depending on the findings, the CMT personnel will be assessed for deployment. These individuals can respond on-site or virtually as needed. The CMT collects necessary data to analyze strategic, operational, compliance, financial, reputational, and legal aspects of the threat. The CMT draws conclusions and provides recommendations. Based on the tier, the CMT will be activated to address the crisis at hand in a timely fashion and following protocol. The key takeaway from this project include understanding the importance of having a pre-crisis, during crisis, and post-crisis management plan in place to avoid long-term damages to a firm. Assessing strengths and weaknesses of any firm is critical. Also, clear, concise, and candid communication is critical during all stages of crisis. No firm can prepare for all crises, but implementing a plan can help avoid last-minute decisions and stress. Thank you.